One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And he's going to bring this one out. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Rivers. Finds his man, it's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the back. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Finding an escape route. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Got his man quickly. Going for the goal line. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. To the air on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that You want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Ross. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to throw again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grab near the marker. It's Ross. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Open space at the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career.
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking left. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Motion from the wide receiver. DB's right up on the receivers. That's caught. It's Tatum. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Sure hands. It's Tatum. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hester. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Hester. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Wolverines getting set on first and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Pulls it in. It's Ross. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pulls it in. It's Ross. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the ground, it's Hester. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Leaves it with the running back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for the score. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give to the fullback. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
Awesome awareness by the D-lineman on this play. You just can't do it any better. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get there and get the sack, so he slowed himself down, got his hands in the air, plucks it out of mid-air, keeps his balance, and takes it in for 6.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. They'll run it. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Quick completion on the out. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from the defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that second down. And listen, I'm aggressive by nature. I'm going for it on fourth down most of the time. But that negative play, does that give you a little pause?
It does, because if you're rattled right now, then you need to regroup, take the 3, and live to find another drive. And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own net. He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stopped.
How about that? 4th down, they turn around and hand it to the big fella, fullback, to see if he can punch forward and move the pile, but just nowhere to go. The D-line up front, give them helmet stickers for that play. That was outstanding, and as a result, their offense takes over.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Makes a pass to Marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of the goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run, the whole playbook at your disposal.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And now on second down for this offense. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, and Stewart. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Give to the big fullback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Okay, so the QB scrambled, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll power it inside with the fullback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the 1st down marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Connection to the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Big fullback's got it. Shakes off the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Here's the handoff. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep 2 hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot.